Hello and welcome to Accelerate. I am Matt Stone. This is the podcast where we encourage and inspire CEOs, founders, and visionaries on their big leap journeys. We talk about the stories and strategies that will help you accelerate toward your big leap destination with purpose, humility, an open mind, commitment to growth, and recognition that the way we get there is at least as important as where we end up. And I'm so delighted that you've tuned in today. And it's Friday, August 19th. We've made it to the end of the week. I hope you're looking forward to a great weekend, but let's make it a great Friday before we get there. So as always, I'm really appreciative that you're joining me for a few minutes of what I hope is some good reflection and insight building. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend. I keep applying for these. One of the great things about living in the, New York City area is you've got Broadway. And so, but the shows are pretty pricey. And so some of them, there are these different lotteries you can do. And you apply, at like 9 o'clock in the morning, they open up, you fill it out. And then later that afternoon, they tell you if you've won a lottery ticket. And then they're significantly, 80% off. I mean, it's like huge, some of them. So I just keep applying. And, I think the very first one we applied for, we got, but we couldn't do it. It really sucked. But then every single one I've applied for after that have not gotten, but it's still kind of fun and there's no cost to it to apply. And so I get to kind of go, oh, maybe I'll go see the Michael Jackson show tomorrow, and then it's like, no, you didn't win. Maybe the next day. So we'll see. But that brings me a little bit of joy. Looking forward to some connection this weekend too, going to a kind of a community barbecue. And I'm going to be bringing some food and participating in that. So looking forward to meeting some new people and so that'll be good. But I want to share with you something this week. There's been a lot of growth this week. And it hasn't been growth that's equated to like traditional work product. But I've been doing so much creative stuff, working with new coaches, multiple new coaches in this program that I'm doing. We did like mirroring work where you literally look at yourself in the mirror and then you reflect on different questions that get posed and you draw pictures. And it was really actually far more insight producing than I ever thought it would be. But there's something very, very practical that I've started doing this week, and I want to share it with you. And it is that, with computers, I've got an iPad, I've got the watch, I got the phone, I got the laptop. Everything's not digital, right? I mean, we can store everything in digital, but it can bury us. I mean, I'll speak for myself. I bury myself in files. And when you're working on an enterprise and you're wearing a lot of different hats, I don't know about you, but it's hard to organize all of the different things that you're doing because it's apples and oranges. A creative project over here kind of needs a different organizational structure. It needs a different, the types of creative materials you're using to do it, the media, whatever. I mean, it's one reason why they say, don't go on too many social media platforms all at once because they're all different, and you got to figure out kind of how they work, what they're good for, what they're not good for. So I love index cards and I've been buying them for years and not using them, but I like them. And I think I've always known that I liked them for this reason. And now I'm using them again. I started this week when I would meet with people, and I'm doing a lot of exploratory meetings and getting networking and things like that. And I'll meet with someone and I don't know what direction it's going to go. I don't know if they're going to be a customer, a partner, a referral, a friend, I don't know where it's going to go. So what I've been doing is just this week, I take the card and I write the name of the person I met with and some notes about it. And then I write down kind of what my 3 takeaways were, what my next steps are. Now, anyone who's done getting things done knows about doing these types of things. And of course, if you use any kind of task management or CRM software where it's like, okay, what's your next task? Yes. But for some reason, I just don't like using CRM with everybody that I meet. They just don't go on that funnel for me. So I've got these cards on my desk and I've been working through them. And when I'm finished following up in a meaningful way with each person that I meet, then I can retire the card. So this weekend, I've got to go find some boxes that I can have for, basically in progress and then completed. And I love having a card in my fingers. It takes me away from the computer. It's just a sort of a different level of awareness and presence with these people. And I have this card and it's like, no, there's more to do with this person. There's more to follow up when I promised to send them something, make sure I do that. But it's deeper than that. It's really appreciating the connection that I had with them and having that reflected on the card. And the card's going to live on. I'm not going to throw it away. That connection doesn't get thrown away. Our connections matter. Every single connection matters. It's a whole lifetime in a few minutes, really, coming out in that interchange. So you never know where these connections can lead. It's incredible. And so I just want to encourage you to, if you're feeling oppressed by technology in any way, or buried, pulling away from the technology and having a few tactile, tangible, dare I say, old school solutions, I'm finding it to be really rewarding. And actually, I've decided I'm going to implement a gratitude card procedure next week using the same idea, which is that writing my gratitude on the card, but not just my gratitude, the behavior that's going to go with that gratitude. It's like mindset, mindset's completely useless unless there's behavior that goes with it. So, how do I get more grateful more often? By practicing gratitude, which means doing things around the gratitude, even if I'm not feeling it, because those feelings will come along with it. So for now, I'm just really, really enjoying having these cards that connect me with what's important right now, what my opportunities are, and the individuals that I get to meet, the human beings that I've connected with. So that's really great. So we've got a weekend of connection. We've put in some new procedures this week, thought a lot about personal storytelling and the power of that for good or for evil. So it's been a powerful week. I want to thank you, as always, for paying attention to this podcast, for taking it in. Encourage you to share this with friends and colleagues and family members that you think might appreciate it. Make sure to rate it. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. It helps us out. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend full of connection and joy, and get out there and smell the air a little bit. So I'm going to be recording a wonderful conversation later this morning with an upcoming podcast guest. Her name is Chris. She was working for Marriott for many, 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 many years. She's now out doing coaching. She's got a lot of wisdom and stories, and she's just a delightful human being. So I'm looking forward to sharing that conversation with you in an upcoming, at least one, maybe over multiple episodes of this podcast. So look forward to that soon. And until then, be well, be joyful, be connected, and we'll hit you again on Monday. Bye-bye for now.